Shalom, Kol Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, to the Akim doing the work in truth and sincerity, and the rest of the great multitude, the men, women, and children who believe in the true gospel of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. This is Brother Shawar with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Just a quick lesson through the spirit. Something I was meditating on is keeping your eyes single. We're coming into very, very, very dire times, dark times, where the enemy, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, starting with Amalek, the JOOs, claiming to be the people of the Lord, which are really the elite banking families. They have a plan, to basically enslave the whole earth and to reduce the population and to chip everybody by way of the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16. And, World War III is synonymous with that, right? And that equals calamity, and the purge-like environment for the people, which is what we're heading into, because they're collapsing society on purpose. It's controlled demolition, in order to create that order out of chaos, right? And what Esau does, and it's really the Lord, but the Lord uses Esau to do it. He puts out enchantments on the people, just the distractions, on the left-hand side, whether it be music, using the music artists, these sellouts, the sellout music artists, or the entertainment in form of, sports, athletes, actors. It doesn't matter. Esau finds something, and he loves to use Jake. He loves to use the Israelites to do it. The so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those are the people of the Lord. And he loves to use Jake to do things like that. But, there's a lot of distractions and things going on. And really just life in general, your job, your family, whatever it is, that's the condition of the battle. That's the test that we have. But it's very important to keep your eyes single, to stay focused, and it's never going to be perfect on this side in this flesh. But the main thing is to just stay focused and to really align yourself back with the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Whatever happens, we're going to go through ups and downs. We're in the flesh. The Lord understands that, but it's about us. It's about us just every time we fall down, every time, we get distracted to come right back to the Lord. And keep that as our guide to everything, right? So let's get this in Luke, the 11th chapter, starting at the 34th verse. It reads, "The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thine eye is single, thy whole body also is full of light. But when thine eye is evil, thy body also is full of darkness," right? And compare, those of us in this truth to the people, the rest of the people in the world, they're full of darkness. Most, 99+% of people, excluding the remnant of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, those of us who are sincere be a part of that number, right? The rest of these people, they are lost. They are in darkness, right? Because their eye is not single. Their eye isn't on the things of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, and really they're all over the place. People, Esau has created such a, he's created such a confusing world, of so many different doctrines, so many different gods to follow, ideologies, and, he's allowed pretty much anything and everything to go. You have the alphabet community, you have your bestiality, you have so many different things going on, just pure wickedness that people are all over the place. People are confused, lost, mourning because of the unjust and wicked rulership. So people are not in the mindset of understanding the prophecies and what time we're in to seek Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, right? And to be on that straight gate to be delivered. And really, it's for the Israelites first and foremost, right? Romans 9 and 4, and many other scriptures, but that's just the first one that comes to mind, right? So these people they're full of darkness, but this truth is the light. This light that we've been given is a blessing from on high for us to see through all this madness, to see through all this darkness. Right, let's continue. Verse 35. Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. If thy whole body, therefore, be full of light, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light, as when the bright shining of a candle doth give thee light. So imagine, where people were just, like let's say there's 10 people in just this dark, big room, like this giant room or building, or house or whatever. These people can't see anything. It's pitch black, but you have been given, you've been given this light, this flashlight, this small flashlight, right? But so you can see, you can see through the darkness, but these people, they're just walking around, running into stuff, running into each other, falling down, they don't know what's going on, where they're going. They're just trying to maneuver, but you're using your flashlight. You can see, you still might bump into stuff here and there, but you can see what's what. You can see what's around you. You see what's in front of you, and you know where to go. That's the difference, the analogy that I can give you, to people in this truth, the elect, and the rest of the people in the world. So it's an incredible blessing the Lord has given us, to open our eyes and to see and understand, starting with the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, to understand the prophecies, to understand the dark sayings of the scriptures, to have faith, Ephesians 2:8. Faith is a gift given from on high. To have faith in the true gospel, not Christianity or these other vain philosophies, the true gospel. So we're on the right path. Lord willing, we endure unto the end, right? Because Yahweh Shai said, those that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Because we got to finish it. We got to finish the race, but we're on the right path. The people of the world, these people got no chance. And that's why it's very important, again, back to the name of the lesson, to keep thine eyes single. Focus, man. Keep focused on what's important, because when this thing all comes crashing down, when this society is over with, it's not up and running, this is all that's going to matter. You and your relationship with Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Right? And your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which we'll get later. Let's go to Matthew 7:13. It reads, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. And many there be which go in thereat. So the straight gate represents the straight and narrow, the righteous way. The way of hardship. It's the right path, but it's the way of difficulty, to get to salvation. Right? Because in this wicked world, going against the grain would be, being righteous, which is what we're trying to do in order to receive that salvation, try to please Yahweh Shai, that we may be delivered, right? But the wide it represents the things of the flesh, the things of this world. You're taking the easy way out, not realizing that the end of that road leads to destruction. Right? But see, the things that's in front of us now, like the flesh and, all the cares of this world and, whatever the case may be, man, there's so many different distractions and things that, could throw you off course. You that's like, seeking the wide is basically trimming your way. Scriptures say, don't trim your, let's get it actually, real quick. Let's get that precept. So like, trimming your way to seek love, basically, doing what is pleasing unto this world versus what's pleasing unto the Lord. So this is Jeremiah 2:33. It reads, why trimmest thou way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways, right? So, and you see a lot of these other Israelite groups, do this. They start trimming their way to seek the praise and recognition of people of this world, to please the flesh of the people of this world and their own flesh. But that's likened unto taking the broad way, or Salakia, the wide gate, not the straight gate. But that's going to lead you to destruction. That's going to lead you to going off, not being, fully persuaded in your own mind, not having real faith, not being rooted in the truth. Your foundation is going to be off, because Yahweh Shai is the rock. Yahweh Shai is that real foundation that's going to keep you solid in the terrible times we have in front of us. Not the things of this flesh, or not this money, not these hoes, these women out here, not the cars, the clothes, not the validation, none of that. All that stuff is not going to mean nothing in that day. But see, that's taking the easy way out, man. Trying to, basically trying to feel good now. And really, the righteous is, the scriptures say, the Lord said, his laws aren't grievous, man. It's not necessarily. It is. It's not easy per se, but it's not. The Lord gives you the spirit, man. You're not about to be out here, just losing your mind trying to follow the Lord. Of course, it's ups and downs. We're being tried, but the Lord makes a way for you every time. But again, these guys don't have faith, right? That's the difference. So let's continue. Salaki, I just wanted to break that down. Matthew 7:14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it, right? The elect. And we're going to read in Isaiah that only a small percentage of Israelites are going to get the truth and be delivered. That's the 144,000, and that the rest of the great multitude, the Israelites that are scattered amongst the other nations, and that that believe in the true gospel of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, pursuing Revelation 7th chapter, right? Verse 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are raving wolves, right? And that's what I mentioned earlier. These other Israelite groups, these other Israelite camps, they're not pushing the right spirit when it comes to pursuing the Lord. They'll tie some things in that's true, but ultimately they're trying to please the flesh of themselves and others to get that money, to build popularity, just to because they're worried about thriving and having success in this world, which to a certain extent we all do. It's not like, let's be real, we're not just out here not worrying about, not caring about anything. You have to, take care of yourself and whatnot, get your daily bread. But that shouldn't be your priority. You shouldn't compromise the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the gospel for anything in this world. And that's the point. Right? But again, what did we just read? That very few people are going to find that straight and narrow and stay on it. That's why the Lord, we'll get it in Isaiah. Let's get it right now. Actually, Isaiah the 10th chapter. So this is Isaiah 10:22. It reads, For thou, thy people, Israel, be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return, right? So Israel, the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the biggest nation on the planet Earth. And if you know the history, you know that Israel was scattered amongst all the nations, right? That's due to the curses in Deuteronomy 28, the 28th chapter, right? So our nation is the biggest nation, but the Lord is going to gather a remnant, then that's the 144,000, the governing body of men, and the rest of the men, women, and children, which is the great multitude that believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that have been chosen from the foundations of the earth, those first fruit spirits. That's that remnant, right? Let's finish it off. It says, the consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. So that's how the Lord is doing it, man. And that remnant is those that see the light, that have the light, that are on that straight and narrow, right? And the scriptures tell us that the Lord chasteneth who he loveth. So if you're too comfortable and you're thriving too much in this world, the Lord more than likely is not dealing with you, man. That's the reality. The Lord is going to test his men. He's going to test his disciples, his believers. Everybody got their own lot, but the Lord is going to put you through things to where, your spirit is being purged, and you're being tried as gold is tried in the fire, right? The furnace of adversity, to be made acceptable before the Lord. That's in Sirach, the 2nd chapter. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick, and then we'll get a couple more and we'll close. So this is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 2, and we'll start at the top. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And that's what the people, of this world, obviously, and these Israelites that want to trim their way, that's what they're not grasping. That the Lord has a blessing for us. The Lord said, do these things, and there's a reward coming. But we gotta be tested. We gotta go through the fire. But the Lord He's gonna put us through it. He's gonna get us through it. But there's an amazing reward, amazing blessing at the end, right? By way of that second covenant. Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And this is what I wanted to get right here. Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and an acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, right? So that's what it's what it's all about, man. It's the Lord, testing us and purging out the impurities out of us, out of our spirit, because we were born in a wicked, tainted world, tainted. It's like a wicked, tainted world. Everything's backwards. We were taught wrong, just like our forefather Abraham. We were raised as Gentiles, man. We were raised wrong. The Lord has to bring us back and teach us what's right through the Spirit, right? But this is, and we see it, we understand it. So, those of us who are in the know, in the truth, we're gonna be focused. We're gonna be focused on what's important and understand that this world is temporary, and not get too caught up in this world. We're in the flesh. It's gonna be times where things are gonna get you mad, and it's life. This is what it is. But at the end of the day, we're gonna be rooted and grounded through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because of the wisdom and knowledge, right? And that's what I wanted to end on. Matter of fact, I wanted to get this too. Let's go back to Matthew, the 26th chapter and the 41st verse. It reads, "Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation." Right? Prayer is very important, man. Always pray that the Lord, takes not that Holy Spirit away from you. That's Psalms 51, right? Read Psalms 51. The Apostle Rakal goes into that all the time, right? Because the Lord he does it all the time. He could take the Spirit away from you and put you back in the world. And that's a scary thing, because these people don't have no idea, especially Israelites that once knew, and now they act like they don't. It's a scary thing. And it says, the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak, right? It's the spirit that's willing, man, but this flesh is what's holding us back. But again, pursuing Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, putting this thing in the forefront of everything, of all your thoughts and your movements, and the Lord is going to make sure you're good. So let's finish off here. Isaiah 33:6, it reads, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure," right? This wisdom and knowledge is truth. The knowledge of the Bible in truth and sincerity is what's going to get us through, man. Not anything, any material thing or status in this world, right? It's going to be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And we're coming, like I said earlier, we're coming into times where that's all we're going to have, right? And the men of the Lord understand that, so our job is to keep pushing and, keep enduring until the end, right? So Lord willing, this is edifying and uplifting in the spirit. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, Kwam, Yasharala, and the Bible Ball.